In early 2024, the Swedish fintech company Klarna deployed an AI customer service system built on OpenAI technology. Within months, that software was doing the work of 700 full-time human agents. These were career professionals who had spent years building expertise in problem-solving, clear communication, and empathetic brand representation. While the AI handled volume, it proved to be brittle and incapable of nuance. As service quality declined and customers grew frustrated, Klarna quietly began rehiring, but the original 700 professionals never got their jobs back. This single corporate event serves as a micro-blueprint. It shows exactly how the middle class is being quietly displaced, one software deployment at a time. This chart displays the scale of current projections from Goldman Sachs. It shows that tasks equivalent to roughly 300 million full-time jobs globally are now technically automatable, far outstripping the creation of new tech roles. Looking at the US labor market, the net loss is roughly 16,000 positions every single month. These roles aren't disappearing in dramatic layoffs. They are evaporating through hiring freezes and attrition. This has created a geographic inversion known as the wired belt. For the first time, the university towns in tech corridors that once promised economic safety are now the most vulnerable labor markets. Major hubs like San Francisco, San Jose, and Seattle have the highest concentration of knowledge work that AI can now perform, placing their educated populations in the direct line of fire. The specific intellectual skills we were told to acquire for stability are the exact capabilities that artificial intelligence has commodified first. The people executing this disruption are not being secretive. They are publicly broadcasting the severity of what they are building. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman shifted from calling for regulation in 2023 to predicting that AI agents will materially change corporate output by 2025, essentially joining the workforce. Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, compares his industry to the tobacco companies of the past. He acknowledges that while AI creators know the societal harm their tools cause, they continue to deploy them at an accelerating pace. Bill Gates took the verdict even further, predicting that within a decade, humans will not be needed for most things. Companies are operationalizing these predictions through silent hiring freezes. By not replacing the workers who leave, they are permanently removing the bottom rung of the career ladder. New graduates are walking into a market where traditional entry-level tasks, like basic coding or legal drafting and data analysis, are now handled entirely by software subscriptions. Because the creators of this technology refuse to fund structural retraining, the burden of survival has been transferred entirely to the individual. However, an opportunity layer is emerging. Agile individuals are exploiting this disruption to capture leverage that was impossible just a few years ago. Matthew Gallagher demonstrated this by using AI tools to build a telehealth platform with only 2 employees. Within a year, the company reached over $60 million in profit. The market places a significant premium on the combination of deep domain expertise and AI fluency. AI alone creates generic commodities, and expertise alone is slow. Marching the two lets one person do what once required a team, creating an unbeatable market premium. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang advises a pivot away from generic coding and toward the physical infrastructure required to power AI, as well as domain-specific fields like biology and manufacturing. Surviving this wave requires a choice: radically augment your current knowledge with these tools, or build the physical world that software cannot touch. With the most exposed roles projected to be restructured by 2027, workers have a 24-month window to adapt before AI fluency becomes a baseline commodity. This has created an immediate boom in the skilled trades. Specialized data center electricians and HVAC technicians are currently commanding 6-figure salaries to build the physical world AI lives in. For knowledge workers, the path requires acquiring automation certifications today. The goal is to become the critical human auditor who can supervise and correct what the machines produce. If you feel a sense of professional grief, know that it is a documented, legitimate clinical response. Identity loss is a real weight when your expertise is replicated by code. The alarm bells are not a signal of inevitable doom. They represent a critical, fleeting window of time to move before the window closes. The alarm is ringing for a reason. Use the time.